Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway, because their slogan is Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to the GatewayBuickGMC.com website, just look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a car dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at GatewayBuickGMC.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome into episode 87. We're so on this numbering system. We're so on it. We've got a solo show for you today. No guests, which means it'll be highly random. And we've got some fun things to discuss. Holiday stress is starting.
Does it have to be stress? That's something we can discuss.
Okay, yeah.
Right. The holidays are approaching.
The holidays are approaching.
You could be part of the problem.
I'm absolutely part of the problem. And then we're going to take a look at our, what are they called? Enneagram numbers, which I kind of think are like total BS.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's something to it, but like people are really into it, right?
I've heard about it so much. That's why finally I was like, I texted you last night. I was like, let's do our Enneagrams and discuss.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I feel like if something sticks and you keep hearing about it over and over and over, there must be a reason why.
Right. It's like the, COVID-19, Twitter stuff just sticking around.
It's not going away.
Not going away. So the Enneagram.
And I have no idea why it's called that, or like what the,
I don't know.
What a word, huh?
Yeah, I know. But it is kind of insightful.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But let's write fast, do a little sports.
Okay.
Talk about the sporting weekend that was.
Yeah.
The Cowboys got absolutely effing drilled.
Yeah.
Eesh.
So I was in McKinney with Ryder and Anna and a friend at a little kids hockey game, like during the game. But I came out at the end of Ryder's game and it was 20-0. And so that's when I decided, okay, do I invest in like sitting here and because it was on at the rink and making this a thing or move on? And I was kind of like, oh, let's sit here for a few minutes. I saw they started to do a little bit of, scored a couple touchdowns and then it was over. But sounds like it was just in a giant clunker. And you know what? Maybe the team was just due for that. Because were they really going to go undefeated? No, but I think the question is it one clunker or is it more problems that could...
Did they eat the cheese? All the sports cliches.
Yeah.
Did they get too big for their britches? Did they overlook the Broncos?
Probably.
All those things. Who knows? And you know what? Here's the deal. You can speculate it for as long as you want. You won't know until the next game and to figure out if it's gonna carry over.
Yep. Sounds like the biggest worries would be like, is Dak really playing differently post this most recent injury?
Right.
Like if he's playing hesitant, if he's not running the ball, if he's off a little bit with his accuracy, which seems like he was. Hopefully, knowing Dak, like he's going to be really, really pissed at himself and come out. And I think they're really going to want to win against the Falcons this weekend, Dan Quinn's former team. So I don't know. I'm really thinking that they'll come out and lay it on Atlanta.
Is the defense just smoke and mirrors?
Right. Can they stop the
and
run?
No cattle.
Yes.
I can throw in all.
You've got them all.
I've got them all.
You must have been in this business for a long time.
I've been doing this for a little while. Yeah. So Cowboys, we will wait and see. Rangers haven't done anything in free agency yet.
Okay. Are you expecting?
Which stinks.
What's the timeline like?
Well, I mean, so here's the deal. Because of the impending or perceived impending work stoppage that could come December 1st, there have been some teams that have done some things, made some deals, nothing really huge or anything like that. But there was part of me that was hoping that like, okay, maybe in the month of November, the team would really do something. But it's such a weird time. You don't know how players are being advised by their agents. Like, do they wait this thing out or do they say like, screw it, let's lock it in? I don't know. So there's been some activity around baseball. The Rangers have not been, there's been talk of them looking at Clayton Kershaw. They went and saw Justin Verlander work out. All that kind of stuff, but nothing really.
So pitching maybe is that's
always the name of the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a few other items that need to be addressed.
You think that's their number one target? I mean, you got to have that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they also too need a big time position player.
Yeah,
they need a Carlos Correa or a Trevor Story. Someone like that can really kind of be the guy in the clubhouse. And I think it's important to have that guy pitching wise, but I think it's more important as far as like having that guy in the room. It's more important on the position player side because you're talking about someone who's playing every day.
Right. Do you find that the pitchers a little bit more separated from the position players as far as like they kind of have their own group when it comes to hanging out?
Not
in the clubhouse.
Yeah, like it's kind of like their own
goaltenders,
right? And they go to their own meetings.
Quarterbacks,
hitters go to their own meetings, and pitchers go to their own meetings. Like it's different,
right?
But yeah, so we'll see. Adolis Garcia did not get even top 3 in the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, really?
Which is
I missed that
bullshit. Like, Wander Franco from the Rays, who's an incredible player, may turn out to be, the best player, in a few years in all of baseball. But he only played 70 games. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Adolis' numbers were ridiculous defensively. He hit 31 home runs. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Well,
anyway,
because people weren't watching and because he was on a team that wasn't winning games.
Right. But I will say what is impressive, he was voted the Rookie of the Year by, I guess it's the Sporting News who does it, and the players vote.
Okay.
So to me, that's almost a higher compliment than a bunch of blowhard. I mean that nicely. I love my writer friends, but it's like, why are we putting more emphasis on what the writers vote than what the players vote?
Right.
Like to me,
there's a whole nother layer that players understand and actually know these people.
Like that should be the one that's recognized is the one that the players vote on.
Right.
That's who matters.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not to dog on my writer friends. I love them, but I don't know. I mean, like if I were a player, I would find it much more flattering if I was voted on, got an award based on, my fellow players voting me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway,
update me real quick on the whole work stoppage situation. Do we think this is happening? When would it happen?
Yeah. I mean, the collective bargaining agreement expires December 1st. And I think right now it's just kind of everyone's in a holding pattern. And then because no one can really, bluff or play their cards or do whatever. So
they have to get something worked out like before spring training in order for things to go.
And
like they should.
Yeah. So
completely worked out. And we know how this goes.
And it's so bad for the game, but I don't know.
Right.
I mean, whatever.
After
I can't
everything
about it. I know.
It took just to get playing again after COVID.
For sure. Okay, Stars, what's happening?
They just got back from a long road trip.
First of all, congratulations on not being a solo parent anymore.
It feels really good.
Dude,
it's long. 2 long trips to start the season, like all in the first month. Usually they'll have a couple long trips kind of spaced out. You have like a month in between where it's a really good home heavy month. But this was 2 long ones. It was a fun one for Kelly because he got to go back to Vancouver where he's from. And he had like 20 of his family members come over to Vancouver from the island because of the border shutdown. He hadn't seen his family for almost 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that was good for him. They had like an extra day off in Vancouver too. It was funny. I was texting with him and I was like, I knew he didn't get home till Monday. And on Saturday, I'm like, okay, so what time's the game? He's like, no, we're not playing tonight. We're playing Sunday. We have an extra day off. And like, oh dear. So then I finally get to the game Sunday night. It's 9 p.m. start because it's West Coast. I feel like I've been waiting like 3 days to watch this game and get his ass home. And then I couldn't even stay up for the game because it was so late and I'd been alone for 8 days. But they ended up losing that game 6-3, I think it was, to Vancouver to end the road trip. So that's the one that, of course, they're feeling right now because you sit on the game, at the end of the road trip, and it was a bad one. They won in overtime the game prior to that in Calgary. They usually do pretty well in Calgary, but as a whole, they haven't won in regulation yet to start this season.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's not good. They've got a losing record thus far, but they're going to be home for a lot the next month or so. I think there's just like one road trip in the next few weeks. So hopefully some home cooking is maybe what they need. I think there's a little bit right now of a worry about like anytime you're throwing around the word identity and you don't know the identity as a team and the players are not responding to what the coaches are saying and what the coaches are hoping the identity is, you start to worry a little bit more. Like, is this something that we can just work out quickly, or is there something going on here between the coaches and the players? But one good thing out of the road trip, Jamie Benn kind of came alive. He had that big overtime winner in Calgary, scored again in Vancouver. And anytime Jamie Benn can really get going and scoring, because he's always there, like the leadership is always there. Defensively, he's always good. He's always, battling hard for the team, but scoring is kind of his like X factor lately as he's getting older. And if he's scoring, then that's good. And everybody can hopefully follow suit. Jason Robertson, their young gun, got on the score sheet on this road trip. So that's a good sign. But once again, scoring is difficult for this Dallas Stars team, and you got to score goals to win games, Em. I don't know if you knew that.
I've heard. You at least have to score more than your opponent.
There you go.
Right?
You do.
Yeah, it's the same way, and it's crazy. It's the same way in baseball.
That's
football
just bizarre.
and
Football
basketball.
too.
God,
they're all basically the same sport when it comes down to it.
The same, yeah.
So anyway, hopefully they'll get things on track. The Mavericks have had a couple wins in a row. Luka Doncic, the game winner the other night. That was so fun to watch late at night. I don't know if you saw Luka's game. Anytime like Luka can hit a buzzer beater to win the game for his team, it's just like everything is right in the world. And those moments are so rare in general in the NBA. And you feel like Luka's already got a handful of them. So it's pretty exciting for Mavs fans. And I think KP, he looked really good in that game Saturday night as well, which is good because I think when you're talking about the Mavs, he's the X factor.
Oh my gosh, I know. And he's so like such a hot button issue.
Like, poor guy.
I know. But, and you wonder like, and this is something we never know as fans or media or whatever, like how the stuff that we don't know about. Like, cause I feel like everybody's like, oh, he's so soft. He never plays. He's so always hurt. Like, are these legitimate injuries? Are they encouraging, like, if you play, you could make it worse? I don't know. And that's not, I mean, it's none of our business, I guess. They don't have to tell us that stuff. But I do feel like it would go a long way in, like, people dogpiling on him if that's the case. I mean, I don't know.
And I didn't hear he missed like 5 games already this season.
Right.
And I didn't hear officially like what the deal was.
I don't, softness, that's what everyone says. He's just soft. He's suffering from softness.
KP out due to softness.
I know. And like I said, I feel like, I don't really feel like you can make it to this level and be too terribly soft.
No, you can't.
But you do have to question, like, when you're just constantly not able to be in the lineup, like you do have to start questioning that. And every time he's out of the lineup, I'm like, that's okay. And then he's in a lineup for a little bit and I'm like, okay, he's back. And then he goes out of the lineup again. I'm like, damn it, maybe they're all right about him. Cause I feel like I'm like a lot of Mavs fan. If you're a Mavs fan, you want him to succeed. I know, you're right.
You want the team to succeed and he's supposed to be a big part of this team.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling for the guy and he seems like a good dude in all the interviews.
And everybody said, like, once Carlisle left and then Kid comes in, like, this is everyone's attitude is totally different. Like they're excited. They're going to be able to do things
undefeated
that they
preseason
haven't done. Undefeated preseason. I mean, I was going to say raise the banner
for the preseason banner.
For the preseason banner. I was trying to be funny and I was so slow to it that it was like,
I think you're funny anyway.
It was completely lost to me. So anyway, there we are with the latest on our little sports teams.
I think the Mavs are feeling the best right now. Of the 3.
Well, I mean, they've won 3 straight.
4, we should say.
3 straight.
So things are looking up. I think the Cowboys will win. I think hopefully the Stars will at least get back on track. I don't know if we're going to the Stanley Cup final again, but but
you never know.
You never know.
Look at the Atlanta Braves. They
There
were
you go.
below 500 at the All-Star break, or even at the trade deadline. I can't remember which one. Anyway, but they end up winning the World Series.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either. You just never know. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Holiday stress?
Let's do holiday stress. So you posted as the holiday stress is here, and that presents one like conversation I feel like in my mind is, do we create this stress? Do we need to create this stress? It's only November 9th.
Right. Okay. Before we get too far into holiday stress, we can already talk about something that can help with holiday stress, and that's wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so wine, obviously a big player in the holiday season.
Yes. And if you,
for me, it's a big player in stress relief.
yeah, you know what? Me too.
Yeah.
And if you watched our Mom Game After Dark, it was a big player in that.
Yeah. It was so fun. But we didn't drink that much, but we couldn't really figure out what a roast was.
I know. And I say that, but like I was watching the roast clip and I think I had like a whole glass during that one conversation. I'm like sitting there just like, I was really confused by the whole roast situation, and the wine was, it was fun.
It was fun. Oh, we had a blast.
We weren't like ridiculous.
We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again at my house.
Yes.
Yeah. This weekend. So excited.
Is your family pumped up?
Oh, they can't wait.
Okay, good.
Seriously.
Speaking of Noble Vines wine, they really vibe well with the holiday season, because Noble Vines wine aims to bring out the best in wine and people. So as you're thinking about Thanksgiving, as you're thinking about Christmas, if you're hosting, if you're going to parties, think about Noble Vines wine to bring to your family and friends. Here's some of the reasons why they're the best. Our vine stocks originate from highly coveted vineyards in France. Selecting the best of those vine stocks, cultivating them in California has earned them their quality reputation. Noble Vines 337 Cabernet Sauvignon, with its rich, full-bodied style, aromas of cherry and blackberry, and suave tannins, invite you to share something meaningful and pour good into the world. Noble Vines is always making a point to do that, whether it's helping us or somebody else. They're the first one to step up. They have a deep-rooted desire for good. They help people out, hold people up. They see good in every situation, do good every chance they get. They choose to pour good into the world and give people their best. With that, Noble Vines is a proud supporter of the North Texas Food Bank and the Do It for Dirt Foundation with Emily. They just had their really fun event a couple of weeks ago. So check out Noble Vines for your vino needs. Must be 21 or over. Noble Vines, Napa and Manteca, California. Please drink responsibly.
Yeah, we love Noble Vines.
We love them.
Super, super grateful for their support.
Yeah, for sure. I just recorded a little video for them, so stay on the lookout for that. For like with Cumulus, and like a bunch of the different radio networks are now starting to do digital ads because everything is digital and social media. So I recorded a little video for them. So keep your eye out.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so jump on me about holiday stress, and I'm creating the problem.
So I read this article today. And it was this lady, and I'm not going to this extreme, but it was this lady that was like, I told my family, and she told her family a while ago, and she was reflecting back on it, that she's not going to do presents. She said, I'm just not going to do presents.
We're going to shift kids?
Yeah. I think she meant
like young kids.
She meant more with family.
Okay,
family exchange of like you know, in-laws, your brother, your sister-in-law, your grandparents, whatever. And she just said, you know, with all of the stress that it causes to go out, and this is before shipping problems or whatever,
oh my gosh,
to go out, to get the presents, to do the online shopping, to go to the mall, and then you give someone the present that they don't necessarily even need or want, and you don't know if they even use it, but it's all just like almost this charade that we have to give each other presents. And she just told everybody up front, I'm not going to do it. And I think it wasn't received very well by her family, but she stuck to it. And I was reading that article and I was just thinking, like, you created that stress. Like, we don't need to, I don't think it's stressful. Presents are awesome and presents are fun. And it's a fun way to connect with your family. It's something to look forward to. It's the reason Christmas is Christmas. It's the reason I loved Christmas growing up. Now I love Christmas for other reasons because I get together with my family, but presents are the only time in the whole year that we give each other or our family members gifts. Like, it's the only time I'm buying my aunt a gift.
So how many people are you buying for?
Not a ton. We draw names.
Okay.
We draw names in my family, but I'll still buy for like my mom and my stepdad and my brother, usually, even if I don't have his name. So that's where we maybe get a little like carried away because we kind of go outside the rules for drawing names, but it's fun. And it's like everyone gathers around. I have memories from when I was really little, like we all sit in this room and sometimes it takes 3 hours and we go around in a circle and we open our presents from youngest to oldest. We keep going around that circle and we keep opening presents, but it's just tradition. And I'm like, I don't think that you need to let the stress take over even that. Like, cut things out of your life. This is just me on my high horse because she was on her high horse and I read it this morning. But you're in charge of stress. Don't create a stressful situation. Don't make it stressful. Just get presents. Just order them online or just go to sometimes I'll go to the store like a week before Christmas. I'll go to one store and I'm like, you know what? This store has everything. Who would like whatever? Like, you don't have to try to win an award for giving the best gift every time you give a gift. Just something that matters to somebody. I think it's a big part of Christmas. I think that you can cut out things that aren't important. But to me, gathering with family, the exchanging of gifts, showing people that you've thought about them, you care about them. And even if it's something silly, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm like, that's all really important. So I'm just going to try not to stress. But like, decorating's supposed to be happy and fun. And it's supposed to give your household cheer and your neighborhood cheer. If I'm going to sit here and like really stress about Christmas lights, then like it's all, you're defeating the point.
But we were talking about this when I spent the night at your house. You're like, can we find someone to do our lights?
This is true.
Because you were stressed out about it.
Not general. I'm not like sitting up every day thinking about it being stressed out. But when it comes down to the actual act of it, it never goes smoothly.
Right. So do you usually put up your own lights?
We do.
So, okay. But like, that's not something you contract out. Okay. So, and then there's this, so this is my personality, holiday stress coming. So I am actually taking, it's a surprise. So no one tell Henry if you're listening and know my kid. We're surprising. There's a group of 3 of us moms that are surprising our boys with a trip to Kansas City to see the Cowboys and the Chiefs play. So
that's going to be awesome.
So that's the weekend before Thanksgiving. And so then we'll come home. From then on, we'll have family here. And then my husband leaves to go on this. People are going to be like, what? On a bachelor party to the Amazon, fishing.
Is this a second marriage?
Nope. This is first marriage. And it's one of his very dearest friends. And it's been on the books for a while. He wasn't supposed to be gone. Like, he's going to be gone Thanksgiving. Okay. But the flights kept changing. As you can imagine, it's not very easy to get to the Amazon.
No.
So then he's going to be gone. So then I'm like, by the time he gets home and we get all the shit down from the attic and I put it all out, it's going to be like December 7th. And then I've got like 2.5 weeks to enjoy this thing. So now I'm already like in my mind, we've got to get Christmas out, in which I have been a huge, like, you cannot have Christmas up before Thanksgiving. And I think I remember you saying that. And I'm hosting Thanksgiving. And so then I'm going to have people over. There's no way they could see Christmas decorations on Thanksgiving.
That's confusing.
But they're going to.
Okay.
They're going to have to. Because if not, it will make me crazy. And so I'm going to have to do it. But one thing I did, so it was funny when we talked about getting someone to do the lights. So one of the best things you can do is to ask your landscaper if they do that. And my awesome landscaper, since there's not a whole lot of yard work to be done, I mean, there's still some in the wintertime, but they'll do Christmas lights.
Sweet.
And so I'm super thankful. And this is where I'm giving them a plug because they're going to hook me up.
Nice.
But they're awesome. We've been working with Lone Star Landscape for a very long time. It's a disabled veteran family owned company, luxury landscape design and outdoor living, master nursery certified, Belgard paver certified installer. Not sure what that is, but it sounds quite impressive. Commercial, residential, landscape construction, lawn maintenance division, custom Christmas lighting, 5-year warranty, and free storage. So they'll keep your lights and store them for you and then bring them back out to your house, set them up, take them down, go store them.
So
you don't have to mess with it.
Okay. So they'll bring the lights, but they're yours essentially. They hold on to them.
They'll buy them for you and then you keep them.
Oh, you keep them.
Well, they keep them.
Okay.
But they're yours.
Yeah.
But they'll store them for you.
Nice.
Yeah. So in.
I think
so I did knock that off my list this week and said, okay, reached out to Kevin. I'm like, hey, can we do this? Whatever. And he's like, yeah. And so I was like, I'll say some, obviously we have personal experience. They've been our lawn guys for a really long time. I don't know what to call them. Landscapers. They've been our landscapers for a really long time.
Do they mow the lawn too?
They mow the lawn. They do really good work. They like our yard looks good. And we're to the point where like, we're not, and you can call me a brat or whatever. I'm not doing landscaping.
Well,
I'm not planting flowers. I'm not trimming things. I'm not doing any of that. Like,
we need to have a landscaping challenge. It sounds like. Because when I hear that you don't want to do something, I like to make you do it.
I concede. You win. Congratulations on winning the landscaping challenge. There you have it.
I'm not
Julie.
good at it either. You've heard me talk to Kyle Gibson about plants.
That's true. That's
not
true.
good at it.
So, okay. So now I'm like, I'm going against something literally that for my entire adult life, I refused to put up Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. And now I'm just going to do it.
And now you have to do it.
Well, because I don't want to have it up for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take it down the day after because we're leaving town the 27th. So it's like, I don't want to do it. So I want to enjoy it. So I want to so for me, this is taking some of the stress out. And so I want to tell all of you who have been like me, all of you that have said, damn it, I'm not putting up Christmas decorations until after Thanksgiving. It's principle. It's a matter of principle, and I'm sticking to my guns. I'm here to tell you, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Do whatever works for you.
You can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Whatever works for you.
I'm going to do it.
I have a friend who just got all hers up because they got a discount, like if they did it now.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's a lot of that going on right now.
So I'm like, that's
the discounts
fine.
Must be really, and then, okay, here's another question. So do you turn them on or you just get them installed?
She's not turning them on.
She's not turning them on. But see, here's my problem. I have yard art.
I know.
So I have like lighted, like a whole manger scene, and it's
so
all. So
you can't ignore it.
So, I mean, it's not like I can just be like, oh, I just won't turn on the lights.
Your manger scene's going to be up
before
Thanksgiving?
Well, we haven't discussed.
Lights is one thing, but the manger scene before Thanksgiving seems even more intense.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive. I mean, I might as well just rip the Band-Aid off and be like, throw caution to the wind and be like, let's go Christmas on November 10th, whatever.
Like, was baby Jesus even born yet?
I don't... Maybe.
I don't think so. So it was a newborn at Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So,
but newborn is a very loose term. Come on.
Okay, well.
Listen, this is taking me a lot.
With your Thanksgiving
this is taking me a lot to come to terms with this. I need you to support me and not make this worse.
Sorry, that was what you were just saying.
That was so mean.
No, I'm sorry.
Was Jesus even born? You have your manger out? Jesus wasn't even born yet.
I mean, it's just technicality of the whole thing, but I'm proud of you for doing what you need to do. I'm just saying, if there's a way to do the lights and not the manger scene, then maybe at least wait till December for the manger scene.
Okay.
But no, I mean, of course, you have a very concrete plan in place the beginning of November about when you're going to have everything up. You were telling me about this a week ago, too.
I know.
So this was like once November hit, Emily is like getting out her Christmas decorating spreadsheet, planning her shit. But it's good. That's what you need to do to relax, right? So we want you to be relaxed.
To each his own.
Yes. We don't want it to be stressful.
And speaking of our different personalities,
yes.
We're going to get to the Enneagram and reveal what numbers we are. I want to look, okay, before we do it, I want to talk about next step recruiting.
Yes.
But and then before we talk about that, but after we talk about next step, I want to
look at your spreadsheeting how we're going to go through the next 5 minutes.
But I want to look at the descriptions because that's not something I did last night. I just took my test and I didn't look at the descriptions. And I want to try to figure out I already told you what I am. But I want to try to figure out what you are.
Okay.
All right. But first, let's talk about Next Step Recruiting because we love Next Step Recruiting. Next Step replaces direct hire, contract, and contract to hire candidates in various industries, including IT, finance and accounting, human resources, and administrative. They've got 3 offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, supporting over 250 small to Fortune 100 companies across the United States. So one of my favorite people at Next Step, I've got a lot of favorites, Nikki and Chad Koyman, who are the owners, and then Greg Denman, who is amazing with our Do It for Dirt golf tournament. So sorry, I keep talking about that, but it's very special to me. But as far as the focus on Nikki, because she's our mom in the house, she is a year-over-year multi-million-dollar producer that is a mom to 3, wife, and co-owner, as well as vice president of Next Step Recruiting, all while continuing to be ranked as one of, if not the best business development professionals in the IT staffing industry. She is a total stud. She was at our mom game party and she's awesome. And she brings the fun.
She does.
She's so she work hard, play hard. She's amazing. As I've mentioned before about the golf tournament, Next Step continues to give back to their local community through volunteering at food banks, sponsoring families at the holidays, and raising nearly $100,000. Thank you very much for the Do It for Durrett Foundation through their annual celebrity charity golf tournament. And then one more thing I want to highlight this week is their internal promotion. They continue to grow and expand into new markets. And this is now a great opportunity to join this dynamic team from any of our listening areas. They operate on a 100% remote basis and are currently hiring for their recruiting and business development team. So if you're looking for, as the new year comes and we're looking for, kind of fresh starts and something new, this is a great opportunity. And guess what? I remembered the website. It's nsrusa.com. So
perfect.
Check them out.
Every time you read that, it makes me want to go work for them.
I know, because they have fun.
Yeah, they have fun. They're working awesome. Remote.
Yes.
I could use that job. I could use a job.
This is your job.
This is my
We're
job.
doing great.
This is my job.
Totally slaying it.
We're
okay.
Killing it.
All right. Where do I go to find the, our screen just blanked out.
I know. I was waiting for you to freak out.
Okay. Where do I go to find the descriptions?
So just Google Enneagram personality test. So it's that same page where you did the quiz.
Enneagram types. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was very interesting to me. So I did the quiz last night. We were talking about doing the quiz on the show, but it's quite long. There's a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, that we wouldn't want to do that. That we would bore our.
We would
bore our audience.
But it's basically trying to explain your personality type, which then you can take that information and you can help problem solve. What you need, who you need to surround yourself with, what kind of job is good for you, things like that.
Okay.
And when I did this, it was so incredibly accurate that I'm a believer.
Okay.
And the Enneagrams. And now I want to research it further. Okay. So do we want to talk about what we were?
I want to see. Okay. I already told you what I was. But I want to try to see if I can figure out what you are. Okay. So there's 9 types, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all have names. That's so type 1 is the reformer. Type 2 is the helper. I feel like you've got to have some 2 in you.
Mm-hmm.
Type 3, I don't see a ton of that. Type 4, type 3, the achiever. I don't see a ton of that.
You just breeze right through the achiever, you bitch. I don't see a ton of that.
Well, I mean,
keep going.
Okay. Anyway,
keep going.
I mean,
who started this? Who did this? Who built this place?
It's funny. Type 4. Well, you're just not, you don't because I know what I am. I'm a 3 and I'm in your face and all that stuff. And that's just not you. So that's why I said that. It's not because you're not great.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, fuck off.
No, just keep going. Okay. I'm excited to tell you my results.
Type 4, the individualist. Okay. I thought they're okay. Type 2 and type 4, I can see. Type 5, the investigator, perceptive, innovative, secretive, and detached. No. Type 6, the loyalist. Oh, for sure. That's you. Anxious, dislike unpredictability and rapid change, attracted to clear structures, and foresight. Type 7, 7. The enthusiast, spontaneous, versatile, talkative, and scattered. Dislike limitations and routines. 7.
Yeah.
We may have a winner. 8, the challenger, decisive. Okay, willful. 9, peacemaker. Okay, I could totally see you. 9 too. So 7, heavy on the 7.
Uh-huh.
And then let's go with a side of 9.
Okay. Well, so my pie chart, there were 4 that were all really close.
Really?
I will say I was quite tired when I did this, so I might have clicked the middle one that says
neutral.
Indifferent.
Yeah,
a lot. Because I was feeling a little indifferent to life at that point in time. But so you know which one I have the most of, Em?
Which one?
Fucking 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
All right.
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
The achiever. I have the most of the achiever. It is very much offset with and right in line with number 7, the enthusiast, like you predicted.
Okay.
So I would say like the parts of the achiever that are like wanting to do good and wanting to be successful are me. But then those other parts that are like organized and structured and in your face are not me.
Right.
But the enthusiast for sure.
Yes.
That was my biggest one. I did have.
And I didn't mean you're not in a. It's not what I meant.
It was just funny.
I just thought we two were like polar opposite personality wise. I thought there was no way you would be.
I know.
Anywhere
well, you
near
sent me yours,
me.
and then I did mine, and I was like, we're actually more similar
Than we think.
So
I'm heavy on 3 and 8.
And so 8, I actually have some, but not super heavy. 8,
Willful and confrontational. Dislike indecisiveness and indirectness.
Those are your dislikes?
That's what it says on there.
See? How accurate is that for you?
It really is accurate.
Independent, self-sufficient, fierce and confident look, determination and stamina, very energetic and busy.
Yeah.
Fiery passions and power. Yes. Stubborn and headstrong. Yes. Serious about control over environment. Like, are you effing kidding me?
What? What are you talking about? Control over environment.
That is you.
This thing doesn't know anything.
No, that is you. You're so.
No, I agree. It's spot on.
So an 8. And then I think it's cool too. So
what did you have the least of?
I had the least of.
I feel like I knew I want my husband to take this just for fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I have the least.
I mean, we're not going to, I mean, it's like we're stuck with each other at this point. But
I know. Like, well, we're not a match. We got to
go
to court.
Yeah. So mine is 5. I'm the least on 5 and 9, and it's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
5 is the investigator, perceptive, innovative, secretive, and detached, just like intrusions on their time and space.
Like, is that a serial killer?
Attracted to depth and learning. There's no depth here.
Detached. I hope that I've never like described myself as detached.
I know. Or deep. No.
Or no, yeah, probably
and
not
then
deep.
9 is peacemakers, calm, reassuring, agreeable, and complacent. Dislike tension and conflict, attracted to harmony and stability.
I have a lot of 9 in me.
You do have some 9. Okay. Well, that's fun. I think this is fun. Now it's like just having such the contrarian attitude. You're like, what is this dumb Enneagram thing?
Right.
But it really is fun.
And that's like, I'll be talking to people and they're like, sorry, I'm an Enneagram 2. So excuse what I just said. I'm like, what?
What the fuck? At least no one will know.
I know.
Like, but now are we going to become those people?
Like, sorry, I'm
like, I'm so a 3.
I think we have to.
Heavy on the 8.
I think it's what people are doing now if we want to fit in. Yeah.
Can we try an experiment? Like maybe we could secretly record us telling people that, like our friends to see what they would think.
That's a good idea.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry, my 8's coming out.
And see how they react.
Under control.
We'll do it to our husbands too.
Oh my gosh. That's like I always used to. This totally off the subject, but I remember. Like when you see, and listen, if you whatever you want to do on your social media, and if you want to have all kinds of pictures of yourself and kick ass, more power, whatever. That's your thing. You do what you do on your social media, whatever you want to do. But like when I see all these people with pictures of them by themselves.
Yeah. Well,
and they're rocking it.
That's
They look
what Instagram is.
Not
basically.
I don't think so. Not always by themselves.
Influencers.
I'm not even talking about influencers.
Yeah.
Or maybe they want to be influencer. I don't know.
I think,
but it's like all these pictures, and I'm like, who is taking these pictures?
Who's taking them? Like, where are your
friends?
Because
let me tell you something. If I asked Mike McCoy to take a picture of me by myself, do you want to know the shit that I would take at that point? He'd be like, what the fuck? What? You take a picture of you by yourself? Why? What are you doing? Like, who are you sending it to? Like, what's happening here? Like, it would, I don't know.
Yeah.
And there have been times where I have asked, I remember, the last day of the baseball season, I asked one of our sweet ball girls, and I felt so
I remember that.
Yes. And I was like, would you mind would you take a picture of me?
Yeah.
And I was like, but I didn't have any, I don't know. I can't remember what it was for. It was
the end of the season.
The end of the season,
You had the cute blue dress on.
And I had a cute blue dress on. Yeah. Oh, powder blue. That's why. Anyway. And so I was like, She was like, sure. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
It's like the unofficial job of the ball girl, probably.
She's like, it's totally fine. I was like, I feel so cheesy taking a picture by myself. And she's like, no, but I'm like, it's sometimes you want to document, like, I don't know. And so I did, but I just felt so weird asking someone to take a picture, and then you're like,
what do I do with my hands?
I don't know. I don't even know how to, but can you imagine being one of those girls who does like sexy poses? No. Like, oh, and you're like trying, like, if I try to do a, like, look in the mirror and I'm whatever, like, it's sexy pose. Like, what?
I can't even wrap my mind around trying to do a sexy
I feel like George Costanza in that Seinfeld episode.
In a photo.
Yeah. The Seinfeld episode with George Costanza where he's like laying on that shade lounge and he's like wearing only underwear and he's like trying to look sexy. I'm like, I'm George Costanza.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely George Costanza. If you would, I don't know. I don't
think I have a sexy bone in my body.
Of course you do.
I know.
But just not for an iPhone camera.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Come on. You're sexy.
Oh, thanks, Em.
Oh, sure. Just got awkward. Okay. But like sexy's different to different people. Like, you're like, I'm attracted to like someone who, like, my husband's dry and funny as shit. Like that to me is sexy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm attracted to him obviously. And I think he's handsome, but it's not like I'm like,
yes, there's different things.
It's different.
And that is, what is the other like book where it's all about
men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
No, but it's like the type of love that you like. The love thing.
Food love.
Food love.
Let's hope.
It's like how if you're a servant or if how you show your love. That's like another big thing that people were into. Geez, now I'm blanking on it.
Food love.
It's not food
love language.
Yes.
What's your love language?
Yes. So it's similar to this.
So are you figure it out? Oh, that's what next episode. We'll figure out what's our love language.
What's our love language?
Wouldn't it be awful if my husband's love language was food?
Wait, I know you've said like food love like 3 times.
Well, because I don't know how to fucking cook. Like we've established this. I don't even know what a roast is. Like I'm just not good at it. Tonight stressed me out. I'm cooking dinner. We're having
roast,
pinto beans, and turkey tacos. Like,
but okay, you know what? It's 11 o'clock and you have a plan for dinner. So you're doing okay.
I do.
You're trying.
I do.
I'm going out to dinner tonight with girlfriends, and like Kelly got home, and I was like, "Okay, peace, bye." Like we hung out last night, and tonight I'm going to a mom's night with Ryder's kindergarten class moms.
Okay, be careful at those, please.
I know.
Last time it got a little dicey
because I drank too much.
Well, I think remember you were a little nervous. It was
but
your
that
first
was
time
like
around.
A party. This is just a dinner.
Okay,
that was a baby shower.
Okay,
but yeah,
well, yeah. I mean, everyone gets lit at baby showers.
It was like a party baby shower because now we're all old, so it was like someone's third baby. It's like you don't do the normal baby shower stuff. It's just like a party.
Any excuse to party is
exactly
fine by me.
Exactly. But I've got something on taking pictures alone, and I've got something on Enneagrams. Where do I go back to?
Hit me with it.
So the Enneagrams, back just to finish off that conversation. I thought it was really interesting. So I was. Let me see. I was a lot of 3, probably the most 3. Close second was the 7, the enthusiast. The giver was a lot of it. And then the peacemaker. So I'm reading about the achiever, which is what you don't think I am, which I actually was. And
totally
extremely busy and on the go, blah, blah, blah. And then it said who you go with, 3s in relationships. It tells you like how to love a 3. So maybe you need to send Mike how to love your 3.
I'm pretty sure he's a 3 too.
Type 3s. So guess what type 3 tends to go with the best?
What?
I think. Type 9. I think from everything I gathered last night, type 3 and type 9 are the best kind of pair. So I'm reading about type 9, the peacemaker. Yeah. And this is my husband to a T. Desire to maintain a sense of inner peace and harmony, avoid conflict or other emotional disturbances, typically agreeable, calm, easy to be around. That's Kelly. Like if there's something bothering him, he's just kind of quiet about it. He doesn't like to talk about it. Mike
is definitely calm.
Shuts down a little bit. Generally liked by most people, wide circle of acquaintances, mellow and soothing voice. Have you heard my husband talk?
Yeah.
Like, he's got that deep, like, mellow, soothing voice, zen-like presence. So I thought that was interesting, that we are very much a good pair.
You are a good pair. And I'm going to make my
Enneagrams.
husband take it.
Yeah.
And then for the next show, we're going to do what's your love language?
What's your love language?
Can't
and
wait.
how, because it's not even just relationships. It's like with friendships and stuff too. Like, how do you show what means the most to you? Someone buying you gifts or someone like giving you a big hug and a kiss, like
Right.
touch or servant or whatever it was.
Right.
So yeah, we'll do that in the next one.
Okay. And then what else did you have?
I was just going to say, like the Instagram people.
Oh, yeah. Sexy people.
Not even sexy, but the solo pictures. Like, I think that's like young girls are now doing that so much.
Yeah.
I think I'm wondering if it's becoming more like people trying to show off how they look and what they're wearing even more alone in their room than like going out. You used to have to go
Right.
out to show people how you look and to show like a cute outfit. Like,
Yeah.
that's why we went to, going to the bars in college, like it was like a contest, like who has the cutest outfit, like who's the blondest and the tannest, and who's gonna like, have the cutest guy talk to them. And it was all dumb and silly and looking back on it.
Right.
But
it's
now
also
it's
part
like
of
they
growing
don't,
up. Yeah.
right. But I'm like, are people still gonna go out? Like, or do you just show everyone how you look on social media and then talk digitally? And it's like a weird phenomenon that I'm not sure how it's gonna go by the time like our kids are.
I don't even want to think about it.
Like, what would you do if in like 3 years you catch Hattie just like selfieing, like 2 hours taking selfies?
Yeah,
deleting her,
she already takes selfies, but like they're not like they're like silly,
but
and
like
trying to
posting
be
it and then
funny.
like wanting to know if guys.
We can't. I don't even know where to start on the social media and when that's gonna.
I know.
she's on. I will say, I let her be on. Oh God, people are gonna come after me for this, but she's on my Snapchat account. But so she Snapchats with her cousins, and so it's a way for them to communicate. Apparently, like I had my niece and three of her college girlfriends, all college freshmen at Tech. So fun. They Snapchat. So I was like, oh my gosh, what are y'all doing? Like it's not even Instagram. They're not even hardly on Instagram, but it's all about the snaps.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too.
It's all
that's what
about
I'm hearing.
Snapchat.
That's what my research is
What
showing.
it's what my resources are telling me. My resources,
Which is a
my
little
sources.
scary.
It is. It's terrifying.
I want to introduce this book too that we both have that we haven't got around to reading, but I feel like we should put it somewhere on our radar. That Beauty Sick book.
Yeah.
How the cultural obsession.
You know what? I started it. It
Oh,
was
you did?
Very depressing.
Oh,
And I think I
you
couldn't.
don't want to read it anymore?
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Really? Is that depressing? Let me
was-
tell people what it's called. Beauty Sick, How the Cultural Obsession with Appearance Hurts Girls and Women.
Right. And I think it didn't make me sad for me. It made me sad for Hattie. Like I just wasn't quite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
have
don't
to
know.
be kind of in the right headspace.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and and it seemed like the message was going to be very important and all that kind of stuff. I just was like, if I'm going to take time to read a book, I don't know. That one wasn't.
Because it kind of.
But it makes you think. Okay,
Like, I wonder
so
if it's better to have the knowledge.
It absolutely is. And
Yeah.
so this is me putting my head in the sand knowing that my daughter is 8 and I don't have to deal with this for a little while because
Yeah.
she's not on social media.
Yeah.
So that's me being honest.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yes,
That's
right.
good to be honest. Because I hadn't read it, but I saw a post about it in this like mom's group I'm in that it was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you have to read this book. It's very important for anybody that has a daughter. And so we both ordered it. I haven't started it yet, but maybe I won't.
Maybe. Well, I mean, no, I'd be curious to get your thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I'm burying my head until I need to bring it up.
Well, I do that with a lot of things.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's a healthy thing. We can only handle so much.
Right.
So if we don't
Exactly.
need to immerse ourselves in that, we won't. But I do like the idea of us having like a little bit of a book club. So if y'all have good book recommendations,
Yeah,
maybe
it
something
would
that
be-
won't make us depressed.
Right. Maybe something fun.
We could
fun
start
book
there.
club.
Yeah. And we'll turn it into something legit maybe later. But I do want to read more.
I know. I used to do I want to read one book a month.
Yeah.
Like it never happens.
No, and it shouldn't have to be, it's not like a chore, but
No,
just,
you
just
don't want
a
it to be. You
book
want it to be enjoy. And the
Right.
only time I read is on vacation. The only
Yeah.
time I read is on vacation. So anyway. Okay. So big week coming up for us.
Slumber party.
I hope you'll be at my house in time for the Ladybug softball practice.
Oh, what time is that?
It starts at 4.
Oh, okay.
So if you'll be there for Ladybug softball practice, you can help with that.
Okay.
The first item on the agenda, apparently at our next practice, is to change the name of the team because they don't like it.
They don't like the ladybugs?
They don't like the Ladybugs. Like, it's like a thing. But anyway, so, and then we're going to do.
I love naming kids teams.
Okay.
I will be there.
You can help. Okay.
It's a weird passion of mine.
Yeah. And then we are going to do a mom game after dark. Zoli's, I believe, will be delivering
nice.
our pizza.
Home of the press box hot chicken sandwich.
Home of the press. Maybe we'll order one.
Maybe so.
Yeah, absolutely. We should order one.
I've never had one.
Zoli's will be bringing.
Seems a little cannibalistic or something.
I think you should do it. Absolutely.
I'm eating my own sandwich.
I know. That sounded really inappropriate. Okay, so we will be eating Zoli's. We'll be
Can't say anything around you.
sitting on our chairs.
Yes.
This is a new sponsor for us, a friend of ours that we both know differently, or from separate places, Reagan Browning, and they've got a great company called Comma Chairs, and they're kind of these like luxurious outdoor chairs.
Yep.
So we are
Watching
going to
sports, hunting, all the things.
Yes, if it's not too cold, we're going to. In fact, regardless, we're going to
'cause
bundle
are we
up.
gonna
We're
sit
going
by
to
the
build a fire.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a mom game after
Can we
dark.
do s'mores?
We're going to have Yokiero queso and guacamole.
are.
Yeah. So we'll just heat up the queso on the fire.
Oh, I like.
Unless the plastic would burn.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I'm kidding. Of course, the plastic.
Unless
would
we have
burn.
like a little metal bowl.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. I have a s'mores machine. We can do s'mores.
S'mores machine.
Well, it's like a little kit
I'm
thing.
excited.
Yeah, I got to remember to go to the store and get the s'mores stuff. The
No,
kids
you
will be
don't.
really excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You don't have to buy anything.
S'mores.
Well,
I mean,
no.
it's like graham crackers and Hershey bars and marshmallows. I can swing it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, big week for us. It's going to be fun. And then next week,
Uh-huh. I'm gonna
the
sneeze here in a
week
second.
after, the week of Thanksgiving, Norm
Norm and
Hitchens
Mary
and his lovely wife Mary are
Yes.
going to be right here,
They're gonna be right here.
talking to us, and we're so
and Mary's
excited.
got a lot going on in her own right. So,
She does.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk to her too, because I feel like her whole vibe and the initiative that she started, Brave Her Diaries, is a really good fit with us.
Yeah. I'm super
So
stoked.
that'll be really fun.
Can't
And
wait
we've
to talk
got
to
like
them.
lots of fun guests lined up.
Yeah, we do.
Like
It's
all
gonna
the
be
way
a lot of
through
fun.
Christmas.
Yes. All right. Okay. So don't holiday stress.
Don't stress.
Come back next week for Mom Game After Dark. Check out the social media on Sunday, November 13th, 14th.
I'm going to be posting
Oh
away.
my gosh. And guess what else you get to go do?
What?
Or wait, it won't be in time. Never mind. It's too early. Hattie's getting her ears pierced on
What?
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'll document it.
Yeah.
But yeah, social media at the Mom Game on at the Mom Game Pod on Instagram. That's where we'll be documenting all of. I cannot wait to see I've already had so many people have been like, I can't wait till Julie sees this. I can't wait till Julie sees
Really?
that. I can't. Oh, my friend Liz was like, I can't wait till Julie sees your pantry. like just weird, like how many
I know.
things you're going to be like, oh, she is really
I know.
crazy.
And it was funny, like, because we reveal a lot in our home tour, right? Like, I never planned on showing the world my house.
Right.
Because that's something you can easily hide.
Right.
And when you take pictures, you just show like, the one little clean part of your house.
Sure.
But I was just like, whatever, who cares? And that was kind of part of the whole deal. I saw a gal who listens to the show, and we were at the club that I remember at for a tennis party, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so Emily. And my friend, I have a friend that's so Julie. She was like, but Julie, like your house.
Stop it.
She was like, I don't know how I would not be able to. And I was like, I know. But it's funny because here we are just showing the world like all of our dirty laundry,
right.
no pun intended.
And
it actually is dirty laundry.
And then when you show my house, people are like, she's legit. It's like, she's single white female. Something's wrong with her. She's absolutely insane.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It'll be fun. Okay.
Yes.
So Mom Game After Dark, follow it on Sunday for the TMG home invasion before Mom Game After Dark. Just stick with us on all the social media channels.
Yeah.
Stick with us here.
Stick with us. We're having fun.
We are having fun. And that's it. It was fun show. And then before we do our next solo show, or maybe before Mom Game After Dark, we'll do the love language.
Yeah.
Love language.
Love languages
Put it
coming
on
up
the
next. And hit us up. Tell us what your Enneagram you are.
Yeah.
And we'll try to sneak Enneagram into a conversation.
Enneagram. Okay.
Am I saying it wrong?
No, you said it.
Okay. Enneagram.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it
Episode
from
87 in the books. Mom Game out.
Mom Game out.